solid, I'm keeping my word. Can't be my equal, I don't know what you heard. Crank up the foreign, I swear.
The gym right behind me has helped train some of the best powerlifters in all of Montana. On SWX tonight, you can hear about one who made it all the way to USA Nationals. Helena's own Sam Peterson is in his rookie year on the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo circuit, and he's only a couple spots out of qualifying for the National Finals Rodeo. So we caught up with the local cowboy to see how things have been going in his first year. I'm outside Vigilante Stadium, where Capitol High's Tycen Mooney spent his prep football days. On SWX tonight, you can hear about Mooney's future playing for Concordia University and his time right now with the Helena Senators. Well, it's rodeo season in Montana, so tonight you can find out who came on top each event for the East Helena Rodeo. Recently here in Helena, an award was introduced where umpires vote on the Helena Senators baseball player who's the most sportsmanlike. On SWX tonight, you can find out who won. The Helena Senators have won 2 straight conference games, and tonight against the Medicine Hat Moose Monarchs, they'll be looking to make it 3. Behind me is Seven Devils Fitness, where I just watched one Helena athlete squat basically my entire body weight. So, as you can imagine, she's pretty talented. Elizabeth Courier is getting ready for her senior year at Helena High School, and this summer she's been very busy doing something that a lot of kids her age may only just marvel at: powerlifting.
My favorite part about weightlifting is that there's always something you need to do to get better at. It's a very technical sport, so you're always working at something. You may have figured out one piece, but that sort of opens a new piece that you need to figure out how to improve.
Courier is trained by Martin Kazmarowski, who runs Seven Devils Weightlifting Club in Helena.
I've been an athlete my whole life. I got into weightlifting at a young age, and I've always used weightlifting as a means to excel sports performance, improve sports performance. And then I've been a coach at one level or another for the last 12 years, and I've always incorporated weightlifting into making my athletes stronger and better.
This summer, Courier was one of 3 Montanans to compete in the USA Weightlifting National Championships in Colorado Springs.
Well, I was definitely really excited about it, but also kind of nervous. But I didn't go in with expectations thinking I was going to win. I was going in that I just wanted to have fun and just be there for the experience.
Elizabeth not only just competed, but she won a bronze medal in the clean and jerk competition for her age and weight group.
So for her to do that well on that level is huge, and she's competed. I mean, she basically competed toe-to-toe with the best lifters in the country and walked out with medals. So pretty good for Helena girl.
The powerlifter hopes to return to nationals next year, but she also has some other plans for her future.
I would like to go to MSU for microbiology, pre-med track, and then go to medical school and hopefully become a psychiatrist.
But for now, she just has to finish high school. For SWX Montana, I'm Jack Marshall. If you've been scrolling through Twitter recently and you see someone take an official or unofficial visit to Carroll, you might have noticed that there's a big old king's chair they're sitting in the photos. So, I had to figure out, where exactly did this chair come from? The short answer is that the throne was ordered by the coaching staff from a place in Texas about 6 months ago.
They like it, their parents like it. It's good media, good interaction with social media out there in a positive way to have some great kids come in and visit our place. And so it's a positive on both sides.
The chair is part of a larger recruiting strategy by Carroll, where recruits also get a pose next to the 6 national championship trophies that the Saints have won.
That's how the world is right now. I never thought we'd ever buy a king's chair. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, so it's very important. I think having that exposure, the guys work their tails off to have a little recognition.
Carroll has also been using its locker room and film room to help coax recruits to come to Helena, 2 things that Purcell helped install.
Yeah, definitely. So when I first got here, it needed some amping up a little bit. The tradition has been outstanding with Coach Gallardi and Coach Hunthausen, Coach Bob Petrino, and Coach Van Diest, 4 Hall of Fame head coaches. And so the tradition is great. 45 conference championships, 6 national championships. And so it was right away, let's get that locker room cleaned up. So us and the coaches, put the, rolled up the sleeves and started painting, tearing lockers out.
The Saints will start doing official visits this fall after offering multiple high schoolers throughout the summer. For SWX Montana, I'm Jack Marshall. Well, for some of us, the day job may only get exciting when we're late to work or the boss is mad at us, but for 2 people, it gets exciting every day as they perform at rodeos around the country and sometimes jump through flaming hoops on the back of horses. These people are Haley Proctor and Madison McDonald Thomas, who perform dangerous stunts on the back of horses in front of energized rodeo crowds. And at the Last Chance Stampede this year, McDonald Thomas will be in front of a hometown crowd.
You know, it's honestly super special to be in front of a hometown crowd because now we have so many connections here, so many friends, and even just now like a rodeo family here. It becomes super special.
Unlike McDonald Thomas, Proctor doesn't live in Helena, but her rodeo and trick riding roots go just as deep.
I was doing everything you weren't supposed to do on a horse, and I was standing up, hanging off, and I kept getting in trouble. So my parents said that if I was going to do it correctly, I needed to learn right then. And so I started learning at 5. I did my first rodeo at 5, my first pro rodeo at 6.
While the duo has been igniting the Helena crowd throughout the weekend and making it look easy, one question must be asked. Do they get nervous before their runs?
There's a lot to think about whenever we go out there, and then you kind of just have to flush it all out whenever you roll through the gates.
I think nerves come and go. Like, it kind of also depends on what horses you're on and then what we're also going through. I've been battling a couple injuries this year myself, so that makes things a little bit more nerve-wracking than normal.
If you missed the duo perform in Helena, odds are they'll be at another PRCA rodeo near you. For SWX Montana, I'm Jack Marshall. Well, after being hired in late June, it's been a pretty busy summer for Ryan Lundgren, who is tabbed as the new head coach for Carroll College men's basketball. I caught up with Lundgren to see how things have been going since he was put in charge. A big part of Lundgren's introduction was the feedback, as the new coach says his phone was blowing up.
You know, I'd be giving my full attention to my wife and daughter and everything we were doing, and then at night, once London, our daughter, went to bed, I would probably take an hour and try to respond to about 100 texts, and I did that for about 3 or 4 nights till I got back to everybody. So
Lundgren noted in his introductory press conference that he needed 2 or 3 more players, so he's been very busy trying to find them.
I've spent time in Idaho and Utah regionally, and then I took trips to Houston, Los Angeles, Portland, and Las Vegas. So I've been all over the place for sure.
Once he gets some new talent, Lundgren will then finally prepare to make the move up to the Treasure State.
But, you know, the outdoors is going to be great. We have 2 dogs. We love to be outside, so there's tons of hiking trails and streams and lakes, and we're just looking forward to getting here full-time and enjoying the rest of the summer and getting to know the team better and get started with them. We'll be up here, you know, full-time August 1st, and just diving in head first and getting ready for school, and the team arriving in mid-August, and a lot of exciting stuff.
And while he isn't in Helena yet, Lundgren already has a favorite food spot.
Had a burger at the Gold Bar, and that was an unbelievable burger.
Carroll's school year will start in late August. Reporting in Helena, I'm Jack Marshall. During the summer, playing for the Helena Senators before he heads to college this fall. But last fall, he almost had an injury playing football that could have put his future plans in jeopardy. In a game against Missoula Sentinel, Mooney hurt his neck and had to be taken to the hospital.
That moment was kind of a shock to me, you know. I had to sit out a couple games, and that really hurt my morale, hurt my head a little bit, in both ways, you know, mentally and physically.
Thankfully for Tycen, the injury wasn't serious, and he was able to finish the season, where Capital won the state football championship in Class AA. He plans on continuing his football career this fall at Concordia University in Minnesota.
It's, you know, it's kind of a dream come true. It's a little bit of a, you know, step up moment, like you go after it, you can go get it. So kind of a dream come true, stuff like that.
But before his football career continues, Mooney's enjoying his time with the Senators.
You know, I've played baseball my whole life. I love the game, everything about it. It's just super fun. So this last season's been fun. It's been a ride. I'm lost for words. It's crazy how it's almost done. So.
In just a week, the State Legion tournament starts, and the Senators are poised to make a run for the state title.
You know, we gotta keep our head. We gotta focus, and we gotta make simple plays. We gotta do easy things, like make routine plays, throw strikes, and you know, the less people we can keep off the bases, the better we're gonna be. The more we can get on base, the better we're gonna be. So.
The Legion Baseball State Tournament starts on July 22nd, while Concordia's football season starts in September. For SWX Montana,